Welcome to 3 Records in 3 Minutes. These are iconic and occasionally overlooked albums that need to be added to your collection. Whether you've heard these 100 times or are a new listener, these are all worth checking out. First up for our Underrated Gems series is one of my personal all-time favorite albums, 2009's My Old Familiar Friend by Benson. Brendan is one of the strongest singer-songwriters of our modern era, and he proves it on all of his solo albums and with his iconic band The Raconteurs. Some highlights from this record include, but are not limited to, A Whole Lot Better, Eyes on the Horizon, and Feel Like Taking You Home. This is an album that remains calming and electrifying simultaneously and never gets old. My Old Familiar Friend was recorded between 2 Raconteurs albums, Broken Boy Soldiers and Consolers of the Lonely, and highlighted an incredible time of creative output for Benson. The album was produced by iconic producer Dave Sardy, known for his film scores and work with Jet, Oasis, Marilyn Manson, and LCD Sound System, to name a few. Next up, we have 2006's Mondo Magneto by Brian Ray. This is his first official solo album despite years of incredible collaborations before its release. Brian Ray's first solo endeavor is a gleaming diamond in the rough with a dirty and beautiful rock and roll backbone. He glides in with smart tongue-in-cheek lyrics that occasionally hit a sentimental nerve and are elevated by masterful guitar work. Some favorites from this pristine album are Vinyl, I Liked You Better, and Good for Nothing. The whole album feels like it's been on the tip of your tongue from day one and is incredible from start to finish. This record is one that transcends time and showcases Ray's decades of experience, all while having a debut optimism and charm. Some truly remarkable guest musicians on here are fellow Paul McCartney Band alumni Rusty Anderson, Paul Wickes, and frequent Ray collaborator Abe Laboriel Jr., along with the likes of Weezer's Scott Schreiner and the unforgettable Etta James. Third, we have 1993's 14 Songs by Paul Westerberg. This was Westerberg's debut solo album after leaving The Replacements, and it feels like a fresh continuation of their tight-style songwriting with a new sheen and adventurous vibe. I only discovered this album about a year or so ago, and it absolutely blew my mind and made me want to dive deeper into Paul Westerberg's incredible discography. A few favorites from this album include Dice Behind Your Shades, Mannequin Shop, and A Few Minutes of Silence, to name a few. Former Smash Mouth drummer Michael Urbano contributed to this album before his Smash Mouth glory days, along with Ian McLagan of The Faces. 14 Songs is a fun and ridiculously catchy album that is vastly underrated. When asked to describe the sound of the album to Rolling Stone in 1993, Westerberg replied, "It's just me. It's the sound of a 33-year-old guy who lives alone and enjoys it. I'm not part of a group, and I'm comfortable with where I'm at." The comfort definitely translates well into 14 Songs. Alright, that concludes our list of 3 underrated gems that you need to listen to and add to your collection. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and most importantly, remain unfazed.